Queen Mary's transformation from Aussie girl to royal icon for the love of King Frederik. Welcome to BNews. In the whirlwind world of royalty, where centuries of lineage, tradition, and aristocracy often dictate one's path, there exists a modern fairy tale that transcends status and borders. A story that speaks not only of love but of extraordinary transformation, sacrifice, and self-discovery. It's the story of Mary Donaldson, the down-to-earth Aussie girl who once walked the bustling streets of Hobart with dreams no grander than the next person's. And yet, fate had something remarkable in store, a love so powerful it would propel her across the world, straight into the heart of a kingdom, and into history. This is the riveting tale of Queen Mary's transformation from a relatable, everyday Australian into a poised, globally respected royal icon, shaped not just by protocol, but by purpose, and the unwavering love of King Frederik. The journey begins far from the gilded halls of Copenhagen, in Tasmania, Australia, where Mary Elizabeth Donaldson was born in 1972. Raised in a humble yet nurturing environment, she grew up with strong family values and a relentless work ethic instilled by her Scottish-born parents. Her father, a mathematics professor, and her mother, an executive assistant, emphasized education and integrity over extravagance. Mary's youth was filled with the things many Australians would find familiar: weekend sports, beach outings, and school debates. No tiaras, no limelight, no expectations of grandeur. And that's what makes her story all the more compelling. She wasn't born into royalty, she grew into it, step by determined step. Mary's academic path was marked by discipline and ambition. She attended the University of Tasmania, earning degrees in commerce and law, and later ventured into the corporate world as a marketing executive. Her intelligence, professionalism, and charm quickly earned her respect in business circles. But at this stage in her life, the idea of marrying a prince was the stuff of fairy tales, not career goals. It wasn't royalty she pursued, but purpose and personal growth. Yet unbeknownst to her, a seemingly ordinary night out during the Sydney Olympics in 2000 would alter the trajectory of her entire life. That night, at Sydney's iconic Slip-In pub, fate intervened in the most unassuming of places. Mary met a charming man who introduced himself simply as Fred. Their conversation flowed naturally, and there was an instant, inexplicable connection. What she didn't know at the time was that Fred was none other than Crown Prince Frederik of Denmark, heir to one of Europe's oldest monarchies. It was a chance meeting without royal formalities, guards, or media, a pure, unscripted moment of human connection. For Frederik, it wasn't just Mary's beauty that captivated him. It was her authenticity, her calm confidence, and the ease with which she treated him like any other man, not a prince. As their relationship quietly deepened, the pressures of reality soon surfaced. Long-distance love is hard for anyone, but for Mary and Frederik, the stakes were monumentally higher. Public scrutiny, cultural divides, and the demands of royal life loomed large. Their budding romance had to remain secret in the early days, protected from media intrusion and speculation. Mary found herself navigating emotional terrain that no university course or corporate training could prepare her for. Still, her heart guided her. She was falling deeply in love, not just with a man, but with a new life, one that required a total transformation. When Frederik formally acknowledged their relationship in public, the Danish media and royal observers erupted with curiosity and cautious optimism. Mary, after all, was a commoner, a foreigner, and a woman unfamiliar with Danish customs and language. Could she adapt? Would the Danish people accept her? These were not just speculative questions. They were real concerns that Mary had to face every day. And rather than shy away from them, she leaned in with unwavering determination. She began learning Danish, immersing herself in the language through private tutors and relentless practice. She studied Denmark's history, traditions, and political landscape. She wasn't just preparing to be Frederik's wife, she was preparing to serve a nation. Her transformation wasn't cosmetic, it was foundational. She redefined what it meant to be a modern royal consort. With quiet grit, she mastered the nuances of etiquette, protocol, and royal representation. But she never lost her Australian spirit. That unique blend of regal grace and relatable warmth made her increasingly beloved both in Denmark and abroad. Even critics who once questioned her legitimacy began to admire her evolution. In Mary, they saw a woman who had not only risen to the occasion but had exceeded every expectation with elegance and empathy. Their engagement in 2003 was met with widespread celebration. Mary had earned not only Frederik's heart, but the respect of the Danish royal family and much of the public. Yet, behind the dazzling announcement, Mary was still working tirelessly to bridge the cultural and personal gap between who she was and who she needed to become. She was now preparing to leave behind everything she knew, her country, her career, even her citizenship, to start anew in a foreign land. This wasn't simply a move for love, it was a leap of faith. And it required immense personal courage. The royal wedding in 2004 was a spectacle of global interest. Draped in a stunning gown and exuding poise, Mary walked down the aisle of Copenhagen Cathedral not just as a bride, but as a symbol of modern royal evolution. Her father gave her away, tears in his eyes, while millions watched as Mary vowed to stand beside Frederik, for better or worse, in palace or pressure. And as Frederik lovingly whispered to her during the ceremony, "You made me whole," the world understood that this was no arranged alliance, it was a union built on genuine love and mutual respect. But marriage was just the beginning. Mary had to quickly adapt to the intense schedule and scrutiny that came with her new royal role. Every move, every outfit, every word was analyzed. And yet, she embraced her duties with grace, quickly emerging as a dynamic public figure. She launched and supported numerous charities focusing on women's rights, health, and cultural integration. Her advocacy for mental health and anti-bullying initiatives earned her accolades. She became not just a royal by title, but a queen in action, firmly establishing herself as one of the most active and respected members of the European royal scene. Motherhood added a new layer to her transformation. With the births of Prince Christian, Princess Isabella, and the twins Prince Vincent and Princess Josephine, Mary took on the additional role of mother with the same care and dedication she applied to her royal responsibilities. She insisted on being hands-on, balancing palace life with school runs, bedtime stories, and family dinners. Her grounded approach to parenting, insisting that her children know life beyond palace walls, further endeared her to the Danish public. She wasn't just raising royals, she was raising well-rounded human beings. The loss of her mother, Henrietta Donaldson, years earlier, remained a deep emotional scar. But even in grief, Mary found strength. She often cites her mother's influence as a guiding force in her values and compassion. In private moments, she draws upon that emotional legacy to remain grounded. Her ability to channel personal loss into public empathy is part of what makes her such a compelling figure. Her speeches often resonate not because they are scripted, but because they are sincere, rooted in real life, not royalty. Mary's style transformation also played a key role in her global appeal. Evolving from a simple, understated dresser to one of the most fashionable royals in the world, she has graced countless magazine covers and best-dressed lists. But beyond the fashion is function, her appearance always reflects dignity, approachability, and a strong sense of self. She uses her platform not to showcase wealth, but to advocate for sustainability and ethical fashion. Her sartorial choices speak volumes about her evolution, from a young woman blending into the crowd to a queen who commands attention with purpose. Her relationship with Frederik has only grown stronger with time. Despite the pressures of royal life, they remain visibly affectionate, supportive, and connected. Whether it's a knowing smile at a state dinner or a shared laugh at a public event, their bond is unshakable. Insiders often describe them as a team, one where each partner complements the other's strengths. Frederik himself has said on multiple occasions that Mary has been his rock, his anchor in times of royal turbulence. When Queen Margrethe II abdicated in 2024 and Frederik ascended the throne, Mary became Queen Consort of Denmark. But in many ways, she had already earned the crown long before the ceremony. Her two-decade-long transformation, from an Aussie girl with a backpack to a queen with global influence, had been watched, admired, and celebrated worldwide. Her coronation wasn't just a royal milestone, it was a personal victory. A validation of every lesson learned, every doubt overcome, and every act of love that carried her to this point. Mary's reign as queen consort is already marked by innovation and modernity. She continues to champion human rights, women's empowerment, and climate action. Her speeches are no longer just ceremonial, they're calls to action. She's not content to be a figurehead, she aims to be a force. And with Frederik by her side, their partnership signals a new, enlightened chapter in Danish monarchy, one defined by compassion, equality, and relevance. Her journey is not just inspiring, it's a masterclass in transformation. It shows us that you don't need royal blood to become a royal icon. You need heart, resilience, and an unshakable belief in your purpose. Queen Mary's metamorphosis wasn't built on fantasy, it was forged through effort, humility, and an unwavering devotion to love and duty. And as the world continues to watch her shape the future of Denmark, one cannot help but ask, in an age where authenticity is rare, could Queen Mary's extraordinary transformation inspire a whole new generation to believe that anything, even royalty, is within reach when led by love?